Yo, what is up everybody? Today I'm going to teach you how to do sideways pull-ups. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I think this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is a very advanced technique when it comes to calisthenics or movements that involve pulling. So I suggest you become pretty strong in the regular vertical up-down pull-up before you start experimenting with this. Because it is a very strenuous and strange exercise, but it's something fun if you master it, that it can be really cool to add to your workouts, and it does give you a really good burn. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the how to do it. Okay, so I want to break this down into a couple of phases. It's really like 3 things that you need to think about when doing this. There's the load phase, where you're kind of kicking backwards, your feet are going behind you, and you're bringing your forehead to the bar, and then pushing yourself out and really focusing on the tension right here in your core and the bottom of your arms here. Your triceps are counter pushing as well. And then reeling back in and fully extending is the last phase. So yeah, phase 1, I'll show you real quick. What you want to do is grab onto the pull-up bar, and you want to kind of push yourself into the bar with your forehead almost touching it. I've hit my head plenty of times, but you want to almost touch your forehead to the bar, and it's going to take practice to do that. And you want to bend your backwards. It's like a backwards kip. So you're going to bend backwards and explode out. Okay, so that's step 1. I'll show you what that looks like. So here, I'm going to pull up to my forehead is in line with the bar. I'm going to move back a little bit, and then I'm going to do that weird kip that I was talking about. So here we go, this is what it looks like. Forehead to the bar, and then kind of bring your feet forward. It's kind of weird to do just that part of it, but again, I'll show you what it looks like. Gonna come up, and then see how like automatic my feet are already starting to come up? We're going into phase 2 there. So phase 1, you're gonna arch your back and then push yourself horizontally, okay? You're not pushing yourself up, you're not pushing yourself down, push yourself out. Okay, and again, this is a more advanced exercise. It's gonna be very hard to hold yourself in that position. So the next step is gonna be creating that counterbalance by raising your legs up. It's gonna take a lot of core strength and kind of coordination. So holding yourself vertically out like this would be very difficult without having a counterbalance. So counterbalancing is gonna be bringing your legs up into the L-sit position, and then while they're coming up, you're basically gonna be pulling back in. So I'm gonna be out, my feet are gonna come up naturally, and then as I'm coming back in, my feet are gonna come back and kind of rest into that L position or L-sit position for a pull-up. And that's phase 2, so I'll show you what that looks like. So phase 2, or phase 1, is gonna be that kip. So here, that's phase 1. Phase 2 is riding into that, coming into that L-sit. So phase 2, you see how my feet came up naturally and it was already fully extended, and I just kind of raised them up a little bit further. Yeah, that's phase 2. Okay, so phase 3 is gonna be more of just a knowledge thing and trying to keep that momentum going back and forth and really contracting the whole time. That's why it's such a great workout, because everything's like flexing in that position while you're still moving. And so phase 3 is, pro tip, watch out for your forehead. On that first one, like I've hit my head so hard on that bar, and then you'll learn. Okay, your brain doesn't forget that sort of stuff, or if you hit it too hard, it might. But yeah, you're gonna be coming into that bar, and you almost wanna like just absorb that head tap. Like I would even tap my head to the bar sometimes just to practice that movement, because the more controlled, the more head level you stay with that bar, the more the movement, or the better the movement's gonna look, and the more you're gonna get out of it. So phase 3 is fully extended. I know it's hard because a lot of people will actually come to bent arms, come back in, and they'll do these tiny rows, but we're trying to practice full range of motion all the way out, all the way back in, as slow and controlled as physically possible for your body. And so phase 3 is gonna make it look like this. Oh, it's such a good workout. That's why you see me do them all the time. It's like a little seasoning. 1, it looks cool. 2, it makes you feel like a badass. 3, it's such a powerful movement that everything gets involved, everything gets targeted, and it's such a great workout. But again, it's a more advanced movement. It's just something to sprinkle on your training whenever you're doing a pull exercise or upper body workout. But yeah, I want to go back to phase 3. Phase 3 really is more of just the practice phase. It's not something I can tell you to do. You just have to feel the movement for yourself going back and forth. But phase 1 and 2 are going to be important because they're going to help you transition into being able to practice that phase 3. Make sure you get that kip going phase 1. Make sure you get that L-sit position properly, and then really stay forehead level with the bar. You'll see some people go underneath the bar. In my opinion, hey, you can do whatever you want, but I don't think that's as good of a workout because it doesn't require you to control as much, because you're going all the way forward to like almost pushing past the point of where you want your body to be. And so keeping it nice and controlled with your forehead here and coming all the way up backwards is really where my sweet spot is and where I feel it the most. But yeah, I call these shakers, calisthenics guys call them headbangers. Call them whatever you want, but we'll call them sideways pull-ups today. That is how you do sideways pull-ups. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments on what videos you want me to make next. Yeah, thanks so much.